All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. I want to welcome each and every last one of y'all to the Clash Recap. I am, of course, your host, Don P. This is the Happy Hour Network. I want to thank you guys for your continued support of everything that I do. Thank everybody who tuned in to Pizzle's Picks and into my predictions. I greatly appreciate that. Quick programming note: Club Pizzle will be on Wednesday night instead of Thursday night because I will not be home or I will not be able to record on Thursday because I will be down at the Funny Bone supporting my guy Lex Vegas as he takes the Funny Bone stage. I have to support my brothers. I told him, I say, if I gotta pre-record my shit or record a day early, I will be down front row and front and center to support you while you do your comedy thing. Like, I'm proud of my brother. But and also full disclosure returns this Friday. Myself and one of my rotating co-hosts. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna get into that. But let's get to why we are here. Clash at the Castle, WWE Premium Live event. Clash at the Castle took place this past Saturday. I know I'm a couple of days late. I was supposed to do it Saturday evening, but I ended up leaving home and going to the batting cages. And I was like, you know what? I'll do this shit tomorrow. And then was like, wait a minute, tomorrow's Father's Day. So I'm not going to do it tomorrow. Or I'm not going to do it this day. So here we are Monday morning, right before Monday Night Raw. Here we are. I'll give my full overall what I thought at the end. But right now, I'm gonna just start the 2-hour pre-show. I don't think was necessary, but I guess you got to sell things. You have to promote the matches and all of that. I get it. I understand it. I just was not a huge fan of it. I did like Kevin Owens and Big E. Those two guys, life after wrestling, they are going to be just fine. Whether they're doing commentary on some things, whether they're doing the pre-show panels permanently, I'm perfectly fine with that. I could see somewhere in the future where Kevin Owens is on the Monday Night Raw or on the SmackDown or on the NXT commentary table when it's all said and done. Same thing with Big E. Both of those guys are they're funny, they're engaging, articulate, like those guys can talk. But I could have done without a 2-hour pre-show, and there's not one match there. You could have put one match there. Like, it's enough. Like, you could have. Who am I to complain? I mean, where was Luke? You could have gave us Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus or somebody on the pre-show. But who am I to complain? I'm not one of those complaining people, and I'm not going to gripe much. But certain things I can go without. And let's get to the show. We started off with the undisputed, I always do that, the undisputed WWE Championship match. Cody Rhodes taking on AJ Styles in an I Quit match. This match was brutal. We saw blood, which I thought was an accident until I saw AJ bleeding too. And I say, oh shit, WWE, we got blood. I cannot wait for the Netflix era to jump off. Oh my God, it is going to be crazy, y'all. But this match served its purpose. This match showed AJ coming out being dominant, being the dominant heel, and being one of the best in the world. I say this damn near every time I do a wrestling show. AJ Styles, to me, is the best in the business. I don't think there's anybody in any promotion that is better than AJ Styles in the ring. And that goes for WWE, that goes for AEW, that goes for NXT, that's TNA, NWA, New Japan, All Japan. None of it. It doesn't matter to me. I think AJ Styles is the best in the world when it comes to in-ring. He's so much, when I see him, I just feel like it's Shawn Michaels from 98 or 90, the 97, 96, 95, 96 Shawn Michaels, and then that second act Shawn Michaels. That's what it feels like when I'm watching AJ Styles in the ring. To me, he's the best in the world. Cody Rhodes is the man. I love me some Cody Rhodes. Everybody knows how I feel about, or how I felt about, the late great American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby, his daddy. But I love Cody too. These two guys interviewed in a match. It's like, I know y'all not gonna give me just one. You give me an I Quit match on a second go round, and this match delivered. Was it better than the match at Backlash? No. Was it close to it? Yes. With all of the different spots and the bleeding and the handcuffs. Now let me talk about these handcuffs real quick. Dumb heel move by AJ Styles by breaking out the handcuffs and just leaving the key in the bag and pouring it out and just leaving it there. That, I was, like I said, I don't gripe or complain or nitpick a lot, but that was something funny. I laughed about that. The finish was a little hokey. Him handcuffing, him being Cody, handcuffing AJ Styles to the ring ropes and threatening him with the stairs and making him say, I quit. That was a little hokey, but it is what it is. I mean, he is like, all right, no, hit me with a start. All right, I quit. Them stairs hurt. I get it. Cody retaining his undisputed WWE championship, and we saw what happened post-match with Solo Sikoa and the new bloodline Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa coming out and jumping Cody, only to be aided by Kevin Owens and a surprise, Randy Orton. Nobody thought Randy was going to be there, and we saw what Randy did after the match. We're going to see where all of this leads. We have one more pay-per-view before the big SummerSlam taking place here in Cleveland. So we're going to see what happens there. We're going to see whether we have a 6-man at Money in the Bank, or do we have a Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. Moving on to the next match for the Women's Tag Team Championships. And one thing I will say, what I do like about these pay-per-views is the fact that these are all title matches. It was 5 matches, 5 title matches. Absolutely, positively love that. Great job, Triple H and company over there and creators. Let me give a hand clap for them. Next match on the docket, you have the Women's Tag Team Championship. On the line, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. This was my least favorite match of the night. This was probably the worst match of the night to me. Some of y'all may have liked it. I just wasn't a big fan of it. It was the typical, all right, let's take this team out and let us fight it out. And the two teams with Isla and Alba and Shayna and Zoe decided, hey, we want to take Bianca and Jade out of this thing early, and then we can fight it out because we don't have to pin them to win the championships. It worked for a little while. Bianca and Jade recovered. Jade's little botch on the ropes. The internet is going crazy. The people who don't like Jade, the internet is going absolutely nuts about that. Rumor has it, rumor has it it was loose ropes. And as we see by what else happened throughout the night, that is a slight possibility that it happened. But this match, the finish, I wasn't a big fan of the finish. The move got hit, and Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn are our new Women's Tag Team Championships. We know what Alba went through losing one of her parents or losing her mother, as her mother came to visit her a couple of months ago. Triple H said in the on the post show that had nothing to do with it. Maybe it was all right. Let's give the hometown something to go home and be happy about, just based on what else happened at the show. But I wasn't happy with this result, simply because these women's tag team titles change hands far too often. And it seems like a death wish for anybody to win these tag titles. Sasha and Bayley, Sasha and Naomi, Chelsea and Piper, Kaden and it's just bad. These titles change hands far too often. These titles, honestly, I don't give a shit about them. I gave a shit about them when Bianca and Jade had them, because you think, all right, they're going to run through the division. They're going to run through Raw, run through SmackDown, pop up at NXT, beat up on everybody, and then, bam, you bring like some strong women's Samoan team that we don't know about, like Sister Usos or some shit like that, to beat them and break them up or something. But again, these titles change hands after 2 months. I'm not a fan of it. I didn't like it. Moving on. Intercontinental Championship on the line. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. This was one of my favorite matches of the night, simply because Chad Gable is freaking awesome. Hate the character, but once you get that invested, be like, damn, I don't like this dude. That means you're invested. Sami Zayn is great. Sami Zayn is awesome. I love me some Sami Zayn. I am a Sami Zayn fan. I've been a Sami Zayn fan since the El Generico days. Like, those are some of the first matches that I seen from him. It's like I saw like a couple of him and Kevin Owens random matches. And it's like, oh, he ends up in NXT. It's like, oh, that's the dude, like that's El Generico. Whatever. But I've always been a fan of his, like seeing him and getting busy, and just this character, and the fact that they're allowing him to hold on to this Intercontinental Championship, excuse me, for this long, it means something. It makes me wonder who would be the person to take this title off of, and it makes me wonder what's next for Sami Zayn. Could it be the Uncle Howie thing? We'll see. But this match was probably my favorite match of the night. To me, this was the match of the night outside of the next match that I'm going to talk about. It was like 1 and 1A between these two for me. This storyline with Chad Gable and the Alpha Academy has to be coming to an end really soon, because I'm really getting tired of it. Like, because Otis, all right, big dog, it's time. This dude been kicking your ass and talking shit about you since WrestleMania. It's time for you to beat his ass. It's time, dog. It's time. It's time for you. And maybe the last straw was him knocking down Maxine Dupree and him carrying her out. Maybe that was the last straw for him. We hope. But Sami comes away the winner, haluva kick, bang. But Chad Gable is still like one of those guys. I don't think he needs the Intercontinental title. Maybe this is incentive for him to enter the Money in the Bank, or maybe he gets into the Money in the Bank ladder match and wins Money in the Bank. Who knows? I just know that it's time for this storyline to end. It's time for Gable and Alpha Academy. Not Gable. It's time for Otis and Alpha Academy to leave. And did y'all notice somebody wasn't there? Conspicuous by his absence. Oh, Tozawa. We got to see what goes. We got to see what happens. Monday Night Raw is coming up. So We'll see what happens after that. For the WWE Women's Championship, Bayley takes on Piper Niven with Chelsea Green in her corner. What a match. Piper Niven is freaking awesome. That woman. This is probably, now I've watched Piper when she was a part of NXT UK is when I saw Piper. And I was like, ooh, she's awesome. And then they brought her up as Doudrop. And it was like, come on, man, what are we doing here? But rebranding her back as Piper Niven, she's pairing her with Chelsea Green. But now, just seeing what we saw Saturday, keep her dominant, keep her how she is. She had a great performance. It's just Bayley is Bayley. I'm of the belief that, like, you know, the old Shawn Michaels adage, Shawn Michaels can have a 5-star match with a broomstick, or like Shawn Michaels was in a ladder match and Razor Ramon just happened to be there, shit like that. Like, Bayley can have a great match with everybody, and she's shown she can have great matches with any and everybody. I'm dying to see what's next with her. Which brings us to our main event. For the World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest takes on hometown hero Drew McIntyre. Oh my God, the crowd was hot for this one. The crowd was hot for Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's entrance was so lit with the bagpipers. Like, it reminded me a lot of Roddy Piper. May he rest in peace. Drew came out. He was ready. He was focused. He was into the match. He looked great. Damian Priest, listen, I like his title reign so far. And whenever it ends, I'm pretty sure Damian Priest will be a multiple-time world champion in WWE as long as he's here. He's performing, especially after his little situation where he tried to suicide dive and damn near committed it. Oh, it didn't look good. He hobbled around like he finished the match on one leg, and apparently he was selling that. Like, some of the news is saying that he is okay. What a match. Ref bump. When a ref bump happened and the things that happened after, once I saw the ref bump happen, I said, all right, I know what's getting ready to happen. I knew what's getting ready to come along. But CM Punk. Ref, okay, let's run through it. Ref gets knocked out. Both guys get up. Claymore. 1. Claymore. Here comes the ref. 1, 2. I knew it when he slid in the ring, and I knew by the camera angle. I said, that's CM Punk. He had on long sleeves too, so it covers that too. But it came out 1, 2. And the Deuces pose was the funniest part of the whole thing. Like, I love the pose. I love the picture. At this point, Drew is pissed. He backs him into the corner. Bam! Low blow by CM Punk. Priest hits his move. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest wins the title. Now, mind you, Drew said, I can win without Judgment Day. He can win without blah, 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 blah. We're going to see what happens with all of that. Monday Night Raw is coming up, and Money in the Bank is in less than 2 weeks. Or 2 weeks from Friday, from this weekend. The result, I'm not happy with, because I picked Drew. I thought Drew was like, just give it to Drew, and Drew and Punk can go at SummerSlam for the title. But that feud is so red hot, it doesn't need the title. And CM Punk's comments at the post show things, he don't even give a shit about the title. He just don't want Drew to have it. Simply because he got injured and Drew laughed at his injury and prayed about his injury. And I get it. That's the petty shit. Overall, I thought the show was good. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Live radio, live shit. I thought the show was pretty good. I enjoyed the show. It's a little bit hot down here. Maybe I should have blew my fan over this way, but it is what it is. I thought it was a pretty good show. It delivered. Nice, short, and sweet. 5 matches, 1 title change. The fans didn't go home happy because Drew got screwed. We're just going to have to see what happens on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and see what happens at Money in the Bank. And I will be doing a pre-show of Pizzle's Picks for Money in the Bank. Qualifying matches start tonight on Raw. With that said, I am going to leave you guys. Remember, I will see you guys this Wednesday for Club Pizzle. And Friday, Full Disclosure returns. With that said, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Deuces.